Buckle up. Former NBA Patrick Beverley, his probable cause arrest affidavit was made available publicly November 18th, and it is not great. He is innocent until proven guilty, but I'm going to go over all of the details right here, and you are going to be very surprised and very horrified. Again, this is all alleged, innocent until proven guilty, but I'm Lauren Conlin from Los Angeles Magazine, and this is your daily pop culture, scandals, and crime news podcast. Also, I will tell you a bit of a twist that happened in this case as well, that I was able to confirm at around 5 p.m. Eastern on November 18th as well. So let's pull up this probable cause affidavit. And as a reminder, Patrick Beverley was arrested on November 14th. 2025, very, very early in the morning. Police were called to the house around 3:50 a.m. and he was charged with assault on a family member or household member, impeding breathing or circulation. So we were all, the public, I guess, under the impression that he choked someone that he lived with, possibly a family member, and it ended up being his 15-year-old sister. Now, if you recall, Patrick Beverley's lawyer put out a statement, and Beverley put the statement out himself on X. I later read that it was his lawyer that drafted this, and it said that he, walked in to his sister alone with an 18-year-old man, basically, and that he did what any brother would do. Well, this probable cause affidavit, it tells a very different story, and I'll get to the twist right after that. So let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go to my own screen so I can actually read this. Actually, you know what? Where are my glasses? You would think, okay, here we go. Much better. Okay, so if I skim through some stuff, forgive me, but there are redactions, as you can see, and this is based on the arresting officer. So he says, upon arrival, I made contact with the victim, identified as blank blank, who stated her brother identified as Patrick Beverley, and blank blank intentionally and knowingly assaulted her and impeded breath. She stated she left her residence without permission during the night hours. And she stated she left the residence through the back door with her mother. She was there, identified as Lisa Beverley, without Lisa knowing. She stated she left to a nearby neighborhood park to see her boyfriend, identified. You know what? I guess I can't save the twist for the end. So let me just pause for a second, because they do name his name, her boyfriend's name, in the affidavit, because he was reported as an 18-year-old man. However, he is not. He is only 17 years old. And this was tweeted out yesterday. And I saw the tweet. There was actually a criminal trespassing warning, basically, that somebody got a hold of, was sent by a source of some sort. And it was signed by Lisa Beverley. And the warning was to this boyfriend. And his name was on it, the same name as the probable cause affidavit. And it had his birthday, 6/6/2008 or something like that, June 2008. That makes him 17. I wasn't sure. I saw this on Twitter, so I called the Fort Bend Sheriff's Office to confirm, and they emailed me back, as I said, around 5 p.m., and they said, yes, that's correct. His birthday is in 2008, so he's 17. That makes him a minor. I don't feel great about saying his name, over and over and reporting his name if he's actually 17 years old. That's not right. And you'll also see why I find this criminal trespassing warning a little strange if that is confirmed. However, they would not confirm that at the sheriff's office, but I'll show you that right after this. Okay, so let's get back. I'm not going to say his name, but clearly it's there. The police did not redact it. But anyway, so yes, she went to a nearby neighborhood park to see her boyfriend, identified as blank blank, and stated when she returned to the residence, Lisa Beverley was awake, and stated that Lisa Beverley told her to come into her room. She stated that Lisa Beverley told her to call the person she left to go see and call them to come pick her up. She stated she called the boyfriend to come to the residence and stated that Lisa Beverley left to the front of the residence and invited the boyfriend to come inside of the residence. She stated that the boyfriend and her went inside Lisa Beverley's bedroom. She stated Lisa Beverley told Patrick Beverley to come to her residence and bedroom. She stated Patrick Beverley made location and began to tell her a statement to the extent of what is wrong with her in reference to her leaving the residence without permission. She stated that Patrick Beverley grabbed her by the neck with both hands, picked her up off the ground by her feet, coming up from the floor. And then she stated that Patrick Beverley squeezed her neck, causing her to feel pain. She felt as though she was losing oxygen, not able to breathe, and stated that Patrick Beverley was squeezing her neck with a lack of oxygen, and it lasted between 20 and 30 seconds. She stated that Patrick Beverley took her out of Lisa Beverley's bedroom by still holding her neck. She stated that Patrick Beverley took her to the open room area of the residence outside, located outside of Lisa Beverley's bedroom, and stated that Patrick Beverley began to slam her body against the walls of the residence and was still holding her by the neck, and stated she attempted to loosen Patrick Beverley's grip on her neck by grabbing Patrick Beverley's wrists. She stated that Patrick Beverley laid her down on the sofa, stood on top of her, and punched her approximately one time on her left eye with a closed fist. She stated that Lisa Beverley was inside of the bedroom during the assault. She stated that Patrick Beverley made a statement to her during the assault to the extent that he will be the family relative to kill her. She stated Lisa Beverley told the boyfriend to leave the residence and he left. She stated Patrick Beverley followed behind the boyfriend and stated she was pacing in the open room of the residence and she was told to sit down. She stated that Patrick Beverley returned to the residence and told Lisa Beverley and herself that the boyfriend had called for law enforcement assistance. I was able to locate markings on victim's neck. I observed her to have petechia in the white part of her eyes. I placed Patrick Beverley in custody and transported him to the Fort Bend jail, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, wow. So we have a lot here. A lot, because initially we were told Patrick Beverley walked in on his sister, 15 years old, and her boyfriend, who was 18, making us think that, they were home alone, something was going on. That wasn't the case. The mom called him over I don't know, I have no idea. I'm not going to go there just in case, because, we haven't heard his side of the story yet. However, clearly the mother was upset with the boyfriend towards the end of all of this, and she asked him to leave. But it's important to note that she also invited him in. So I'm going to share this tab. This is the tab this is the tweet that I just did. And this is attached where I said a twist in the Patrick Beverley case. While officials wouldn't confirm whether a criminal trespass warning was issued, I did confirm with the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office that Beverley's sister's boyfriend is a minor and 17 years old. He doesn't turn 18 until 2026. This directly contradicts Beverley's statement on Friday, which was drafted by his attorney, and claimed the boyfriend was also 18. So this is what, let me see if I can make this bigger. Yeah, this is what was posted online. I don't have confirmation of this. It looks real, but I can't speak to it being completely valid or not. But again, his date of birth is right there at the top, 2008, and the police did validate that. So this is Lisa Beverley signing this, and it's, again, a criminal trespass warning, and you can see it's scribbled out, but you can see it's to the boyfriend, and he's who was warned. So this is not any type of felony, any type of misdemeanor. It's just a warning. I think I just said misdemeanor. Awesome. Yeah, misdemeanor. So, I found that to be really interesting, but I find this case to be more confusing than not. And I would like to hear from Patrick Beverley. However, this case is also unindicted. That means it has not gone in front of a grand jury yet. So we don't really know what's going to happen. Per the docket, Pat Bev is due back in court on the 15th of December, but that could mean they're just checking in about his release conditions because he was in jail for the day and he's not allowed to have firearms. He's not allowed to be by his sister. You can go to lamag.com and I list out all of the release conditions. But yeah, he has got to be drug tested, all this stuff. So it could mean that he just is checking in with the courts on these conditions. I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, I mean, a grand jury, you know the saying, they indict a ham sandwich, could be imminent. I'm not sure. So we'll keep a close eye on this case. I'm truly fascinated by this one. Thanks everyone for listening, and stay tuned for the latest on this case and many more right here on LA Mag.